If you're looking for a little fall styling inspiration, then you've come to the right place. In today's video, I'm excited to share a few of my favorite ways to style a fall mantle using items you probably already have in your home. So whether you're into modern minimalism, maybe vintage elegance, or maybe something even a little more over the top, I've got some simple, budget-friendly ideas that will help bring those cozy autumn vibes right into your home. So grab your favorite fall drink, get comfy, and let's get started. Thanks for stopping by Lifestyle with Melonie Graves, where I share stylish and creative ideas to help you do what makes you happy in your home. Today we are decorating the mantle. I know a few of you were a little disappointed when I shared the main mantle without garland this year. So I figured I'd spend some time to give you some ideas on a smaller mantle that you can maybe use and incorporate in your own home. So we are going to do a few looks today. We're going to start from a super simple, clean, easy, and then we'll go into things that are a little bit more dramatic. So you ready to have some fun? Let's go. All right. So for the first look, I pulled a few things from around the house that really I would think everyone would kind of have, which are books, a floral piece, and taper candles, taper candle holders. For you ladies that are like really just starting out and building your home, if you don't have these guys, get some. They're classic. They never go out of style. You can use them everywhere. And this, what I'm showing today isn't just for, a mantle. It could be for a bookcase, an entryway table, a bedroom dresser. Take the idea and the principle and apply it as you will. So if you don't have any taper holders, get some. I've got some in black and then this brass. So this painting, in this instance, really is the centerpiece. So I just want to do some things to complement it. So that's why I'm using the brass tapers, okay? And then on the other side, we are going to even things out. So coffee table books are a fantastic way to decorate. So I've got a couple here. I happen to be featured in this one a few years ago, but what I'm doing here is just giving a little bit more interest to the mantle, right? So I'm gonna stack that up right there. And for this look, I'm trying to do like a tell me it's fall without telling me it's fall. So if you don't have, a bunch of pumpkins laying around, it's not going to be that big of a deal. What else do we need? Well, we need a floral piece. These are pretty. So if I've got something really tall on this side, I want to put something a little bit shorter on the other side. Not in every case, but in this case, to kind of vary the height a little bit. All right, let me put these candles in. Okay. Now for the greenery, something else I like to keep around. Step out of frame there for a second. It's just a really plain piece of greenery or garland that doesn't have a lot of fuss to it. This is one of my favorite ones. I can use it all year round, really. So you can dress it up or leave it plain, but just a nice little piece of greenery to bring some interest to this. And sometimes it starts to fall apart, but you just pop the little ends right back in, and you could use these really for years and years, okay? So let's go around there. One of the things you hear me say a lot is at Christmas time is to not be shy with your with your garland. Don't be afraid to shape it. The garland never looks like it looks in the calendar when you take it out of the box. You've really got to play with it and make it do what you want it to do. So in this instance, it has some long pieces that kind of drift off and give it a little drama, which I really like. So I'm just going to pull those apart and kind of spread them out over the mantle. See how pretty that is already? And we haven't even really done much, but now it looks just like, you know, we put some thought into. That's the, he's not growling. He knows I'm on camera right now. He's trying to get my attention to let him outside. So I may have to pause for a little bit to do that. And then around here, I am going to, let's see if you can see that. I am going to just spread this out. Theo, I'll take you out in a minute, buddy. Yeah, you know what's up, bud. There. All right, and then, you know what? I feel like it's missing a little something, so I am gonna add, I mean, this is beautiful, but what if we added just a little pumpkin next to that pop of color, white one? This one's kind of dinged up, but for the sake of the presentation. And there you have it. There's mantle look number one. I'll light these candles and step out so you can see. And then we'll move on to the next one. And after I lit the candles, I found one more viney stem that I thought would just kind of be perfect right in the middle, just to give it a little more interest. And then I promised I was done. And make sure you stay till the end of the video because I would like for you guys to vote in the comments section on your favorite look. So this is the final look at look number one, Modern Minimalist. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, for the second look, we are going to fill the mantle in a little more. Say you want a little more presence in your space. I'm going to show you a creative idea here. And I'm using some eucalyptus garland that I got a while back. You know how sometimes you'll order things online and then they arrive and you're like, that's not what I hoped it would be. That's what this piece is. It looks cheap, but that doesn't mean we can't use it. So what I'm gonna do is show you something fun. So let's start with, I know I'm gonna use books again. But what I'm doing now is kind of playing with color. So books are great for styling because, you know, they really do fill in space easily. But now I've got some darker, more fall-like colors, right? So I'm going to start with those over here. And I'm going to do kind of a swag. So use this candle to hold this garland in place. I'm not going to keep that there. But I had ordered some new command strips that I want to try this year, and they were supposed to be here yesterday, and they're not here. So we're just going to have to make it work, all right? No big deal. So now I am going to make sure the leaves are kind of facing out, right? But I'm going to layer this. I have a couple of them. But what I'm going to do while I'm layering is vary the types that I use. So they'll all be green, but I'll show you in a second. I've got one that has like seeds on it or something. So start looking a little more full, which is what we want. I'll play with these in the end to get them facing the right way, but for now, that works. And then I'm going to do one more piece. So see how this has like these little seeds? I don't know. They're little speckles of something. They give it a little bit of color. So I'm going to put that on top and kind of just make them mingle in together. And then I'm going to come back towards the end and play with this to get it perfect. But for now, I want to get my other pieces up here. So I am using light. We're going to play with light today. Yeah, I really want that to be more of a swag. I'll be back. I'll be back. This is a very special piece. So it will not be staying here all season, but it's great for an example. That, and on this side, I want this like nice. And this is why you need command hooks, right? Okay. Found these at Home Goods. They're kind of all over the place right now. They have them at Pottery Barn, but they're a lot more expensive. So keep your eye open at places like Home Goods, Marshalls, Home Sense. We have a Home Sense now. And these are really fun. You can do so much with them. You saw me use it on my coffee table in the previous video this year. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Now, what are we going to do in the middle? Well, I have a big, gorgeous pumpkin that you've seen me share many times on this channel. So that's going to go in the middle, and then we are going to hug it up with a couple more smaller pumpkins. And let's give this something there. All right, and now how about we add some lights? Let's add some light. So I'm going to add some fairy lights. And here is our completed look number 2. Very charming, very romantic. I'm going to call it vintage elegance. Okay, so for look number 3, I've taken everything down but the eucalyptus because I think it's really pretty. And now I'm just going to add a couple of things that make me think of fall. You know, so think about what that is for you. Is it a pumpkin? Is it a picture collection of your kids? I've got some antler over there. So, and I'm going to bring back in my candles because candles are just so beautiful. They create movement and they really just make a space feel warm and cozy. So now, bring these back in. And then what I'll do is take, let's do this, let's do that, another pick, just give it a little variation. These are little miniature, I think, hydrangeas, but they've got these ivy type leaves. So let's mold that in there. You know, it's all about having fun and being creative. At least it is for me. Like, you know, you can do so many things with what you have. You don't always have to go out and buy new things, although I know that's fun. But it's not always necessary. So I'm going to pinch that together a bit. I've got a little piece of wire in here just to kind of hold it. Yeah, so pretty. So you could stop here. um, I've got these guys, which I also use all throughout the season. I found these in the checkout line a couple years ago at Home Goods. So let's just see. I may not be able to do anything with them. Yeah, you can't really see. So then in this instance, I would need something to elevate back here just a little bit. Well, maybe not. And voila. Have another really gorgeous look for your mantle. You could add more lights. You could add different florals. You could add different pieces. All right, I had to change because it's super hot here in Florida and I'm about to do some work back here. So let me start this look by saying I would not use the twiggy tree that I'm about to put up here on a mantle, but on an entryway table or maybe a dining room buffet with some mirrors behind it, I think something like this would be great. It's raining outside so hard, so I'm losing my light, but I'm gonna play with this tree a little bit, okay? I ordered this twiggy tree last year, so it's white, but they have right now, you know, it's fall, so they've got the black ones for Halloween, they've got the brown ones, which in my head the brown one would look really cool, but white is what I have, so that's what we're gonna go with. All right. Don't freak out. Just come along for the ride. This is out of my comfort zone too, okay? Let's be clear. But let's just have some fun. Like, let's just have a good time with this, all right? So I'm gonna plug it in. And we're gonna create a little magical forest action. And then you can let me know in the comments if you could see yourself doing something like this. You know, I have to give a little variety, a little something for everybody. And it looks like I need to adjust my camera a little bit, so hang tight. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna just open this up some. But I was thinking, how pretty would it be if I used some orange? I have these orange pumpkin stems that I kept for a while. And if I put them in here and we put something green on the bottom, I think that'd be so cool. So we're gonna give it a try and see how it turns out. Now again, I don't think this look is for a mantle, but what a dramatic entryway look this would be, especially at Christmas. Look at me dropping hints for Christmas already. Right, I'd probably be here for hours trying to straighten all this, so I'm not gonna do that. But so these are the stems that I was talking about. So I'm just going to start popping them in there. Speeding this up a little bit because it was a long process, but what I'm doing here is attaching all those pumpkin stems to the main branches on this twig tree just to kind of make it have more of a 3D effect. And while I'm working on this, it would be a great time to pause the video and give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying my content. Drop a comment below of other ideas besides pumpkin stems that you could hang in this tree. I can't wait to read your comments and see what other ideas you have. And after I'm done with that, I am basically now using that same piece of garland that I used in the first demonstration to just soften up all the hardscape going on down there. So this is going to add in some greenery, and then I'm going to finish things off with a few pops of color. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you don't have a mantle, think about other areas that you can style in your home to make it feel more festive. Could that be a front door entry table? Could that be a dining room table? A buffet table? The options go on and on. Okay, so you see where I'm going with this. We could go on and on. You could put different stems up in there, ribbon. The sky's the limit. And like I said, I wouldn't put this on my mantle, but how beautiful would this be in an entryway? So pretty. All right, let's go on to the next look. So for the final look, I wanted to still do something practical. Originally, I was going to remove my artwork, but that isn't really practical. So instead, I'm going to add in a focal point in the middle of the mantle. So in order to establish a clear focal point, you want to, whether it's like a large piece of artwork like you see here, or a wreath or garland, we're going to frame it out. And this is going to anchor your design and give your mantle a cohesive look. So here I'm using a gorgeous vase and some festive stems, and just adding some color to the other side of the mantle. And then to complete the frame out, I'll add back in, you guessed it, my candles. And I used all pieces that I already have in my collection for today's video. So hang on to those pieces that seem like they could be classic because you can use them over and over again. And look how lovely that turned out. All right, that's it for today. I hope you got at least one new idea. I had fun. I hope you did too. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you back here next time. Until then, love and peace.